Thank you so much for joining us on ABC24 Plus. I'm Chief Meteorologist Trevor Birchett with an extended check of your weather forecast for Memphis and the Mid-South. Things are changing, and things are changing very fast. We have a lot to talk about over the next 10 minutes or so because the weather in the Mid-South is about to get a little more interesting. Now, if you were awake early Wednesday morning, you might have noticed a little bit of rain come through the Mid-South. We had a pretty slow morning commute Wednesday morning because of that rain. Rain is gone now, but it's because our first of many cold fronts is starting to push through the Mid-South. So one cold front coming in now. We've got a couple of more cold fronts coming in for the weekend. Let's get right to it. Your next weather impact. I think the biggest impact, there's going to be several over the next few days, but the biggest impact is going to be the bitter cold that arrives this weekend. So we're going to have a few more cold fronts come in. That's going to bring in a chance of some showers on Friday. I'm not overly convinced with that rain chance, but some of us could see a little bit of light rain Friday as that next cold front comes in. After that, temperatures drop even more by the weekend. Seems like Saturday night into Sunday morning is going to be the coldest night of the next several. That's when we're going to see temperatures in the teens. Wind chills, because of that gusty wind, going to be in the single digits. And that's kind of the feels like temperature as we call it. We give you that because your body naturally heats itself with its own body heat, right? We're all 98 degrees, so we've got a little bit of heat around us. But when the wind starts blowing, that heat blows away. So instead of having a little heat around your body, that cold air kind of cuts through your layers of clothing and can make you feel colder. So at the end of the day, the feels like temperature is what really matters, but that's why we're giving you kind of those two different temperatures. As far as Thursday goes, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. I do think the weekend is going to be a big story with the cold. I want to start out with Thursday though, because it is already going to be colder Thursday morning. Again, we had the first cold front come through Wednesday. That brought us that rain early on Wednesday, and it's also going to bring us some colder air by Thursday morning. So as you're up and at it Thursday morning, wind chills in the teens to around 20. It's going to be a little breezy, wind gusts up to about 10 or 15 miles an hour. So actual temperatures in the mid-20s, but because of the wind, it's going to feel like 17 in Dyersburg and Corinth, 20 in Oxford, and 21 in Memphis. So just plan for that Thursday morning. Multiple layers. Get the coat out of the back of the closet. We haven't needed the big coat in a few weeks. Go ahead and find that. Scarves, mittens, all that good stuff for yourself and for the kids as you are headed out the door. High temperature only 40 on Thursday. It's going to be sunny, but still very cold throughout the day Thursday, so definitely want to keep those layers on hand. We actually see a little bit of a climb in temperature on Friday. We get up to 51 degrees, which is about average for this time of year. But just as we see the temperature climb, our next cold front comes in. So that next front gives us that chance of showers Friday and then a big drop in temperature as we look ahead to the weekend. High temperature only 40 again on Saturday, partly cloudy. I think we're dry on Saturday, but it's just going to be cold and then even colder by Sunday. Before we get into the specific numbers, I wanted to kind of show you what's going on up in the atmosphere and why we keep having these cold fronts come through. So this is a look at the jet stream up in the atmosphere where the airplanes fly, the wind pattern up in the atmosphere. This is a really good indication of what's going to happen at the surface, right? So you see this wind barreling down from Canada, even higher than that. You go up to like the Arctic Circle area. We've got cold air pouring in from that zone. So we see this dip in the jet stream. We call that a trough, where you see that dip in the jet stream, and that's typically associated with a cold front. When you get that jet stream to dip, it brings in colder air. So we've got a dip over us Wednesday into Thursday, and you can just see that cold air is just funneling in from the north, almost like a conveyor belt of cold air. Well, what you'll notice is over the next few days is we kind of stay stuck in that conveyor belt, right? We've still got that wind coming in from Alaska, Western Canada, all the way down through the United States and spilling right into Memphis. So up in the upper layers of the atmosphere, we've got this conveyor belt of very cold air that is pumping in. So by the weekend, we get another shot of that cold air that comes in from Canada right over Memphis. I mean, it is literally like a conveyor belt, just blast after blast after blast of cold air making its way into the Mid-South. So that's what it looks like up in the atmosphere. I'm going to take it back down to earth, show you what that looks like at the surface. So Thursday, already cold. thanks to our first front. We'll look out for maybe a little bit of rain Friday. I'm not totally convinced about that. We'll talk about it though. Second cold front comes in by the weekend, and it brings in even colder air for Saturday and for Sunday. So as you look at the temperature for the next 7 days, average high is 51. We're already colder Thursday, high of 40. We'll get to 51 Friday, and then the next cold front drops us to 40 on Saturday. High temperature Sunday, only 32 degrees. And then we stay pretty chilly into early next week as well. So taking a look at your weekend forecast, partly cloudy on Saturday, high of 40. I think the weather overall is nice. We're not expecting any precipitation, certainly no snow chances, at least not major snow chances, but it's just going to be very cold. That's the biggest impact. Saturday night into Sunday morning, by far the coldest night of the next 7 days. We're going to drop to 19 degrees on Saturday. The high is only 32 on Sunday, and then back down to 24 Sunday night. So what this means is much of the Mid-South is going to go below freezing Saturday night and not get back above freezing until Monday morning. So we're going to see over 24 hours, maybe 36 hours, where the temperature is below freezing from Saturday night through Monday afternoon. We're going to be below 32 degrees that whole time. And that's when we start to see health hazards. If people don't have a warm place to go, temperatures below freezing for that long can be very dangerous. Also for your pets, you don't want to leave them outside. You shouldn't be this time of year anyway, with it being this cold this weekend. And then of course your pipes. If we're below freezing for 32 hours, that's when we could be seeing an issue with frozen pipes, possibly even burst pipes, which nobody wants to deal with. We'll talk about how you can prevent that here in a bit. But again, Saturday night and Sunday morning, that's the night to watch. Bitterly cold. 19 is your low in Memphis, 15 in Dyersburg, 19 in Oxford. Everybody drops to the teens just about. Of course, the wind chill is what really matters. You can see through Friday and Saturday that cold air filters in. Even Saturday afternoon, wind chill is only 29. So it's going to be very cold Saturday, even colder on Sunday. With the wind, it's going to feel like 14 in Memphis, 11 in Dyersburg. That's what it's actually going to feel like to you as you wake up Sunday morning and head to the early church service. This could get a little lower. I wouldn't be surprised for some spots to feel like the single digits, 8 or 9 degrees on the wind chill early on Sunday morning. And it's not just us. Everybody's cold across the southeast. 9 Sunday morning for the actual temperature in St. Louis. So I guess it could be worse, but it's still going to be very cold for us here in Memphis. Again, 19 degrees early on Sunday morning. So a couple of things you can do. Again, we are going to be chilly for the next few days. I think the biggest concern, though, Saturday night into Sunday, because we're going to stay below freezing. The weekend, that's when you really want to drip your faucets, leave a little water coming out overnight, and then into Sunday. Open your cabinet doors to let some warm air in. That'll help prevent the pipes from freezing. And of course, your outdoor water spigot for your water hose, it should already be covered up because it's winter. But if it's not, go to the home improvement store. You can buy one for like $1 and cover that outdoor faucet so the cold air can't get into your house quite as much and can't get into those pipes. Really, that's what's most important. Again, we're going to be below freezing for over 24 hours, so that's when we really start to see the concern with maybe some freezing pipes. Want to park in your garage just in case we get a little frost, and then also check your car battery. It doesn't tend to work as well in cold weather. We're going to stay chilly here for at least the next week. Also, your tire pressure goes down when the temperature drops because of the relation with pressure and temperature. If the temperature goes down, your tire pressure is going to go down. So you're probably going to need to add a little extra air to your tires. You might notice that little tire light come on as temperatures drop. Another good reminder, it's kind of silly, but the 4 Ps, it's great to remember when it's cold. People, especially people that may be elderly, can't take care of themselves, or don't have a warm place to go. There will be warming centers open this weekend. You can find those on our website and on our app, ABC24.com. Again, your pets, they've got to be inside. If you're cold, they're just as cold. Your pipes, we already talked about that. And I don't think many people have plants out right now, but they're going to suffer in the cold as well. I want to make sure they are covered up if for some reason you still have something planted out there. Snow totals, well, 0. You might have seen it on social media. There are rumors galore that there's going to be a big snow coming soon. Some people have been saying that since November, that there's a big snow coming. I'm still waiting for it. Hasn't happened yet. I don't think this is the weekend that we see it. I don't see any storm system bringing us any significant snow anytime soon, much less this weekend. Again, it is going to be very cold, but no snow in the forecast. There's just not enough moisture. It is going to be cold, but again, not expecting any snow. I do expect maybe a chance of some rain on Friday. We talked about that just a little bit, not to backtrack, but I do want to show you what that model could look like through the day Friday. Temperatures for us, they're going to be in the 40s. Again, I told you it gets to almost 50 on Friday, so we're not expecting anything frozen. But by lunchtime Friday, maybe a few light showers. Memphis still dry, but up north, a little bit of light rain. And then through Friday afternoon and Friday evening, we could see a few more spotty rain showers. I don't expect a ton of rain Friday, but a little bit of light rain possible. Notice any snow would be way off to our north and east up toward Nashville. Even there, the odds are pretty low. But certainly for us, anything that does fall Friday is going to be rain. And then once the rain clears out Friday night, I think it's done by 8 o'clock. Colder air starts to fill in, and that is when we get much colder going into the weekend. So to recap all of that, colder air is already coming. It's going to be very cold Thursday, 25 Thursday morning, only 40 Thursday afternoon, even with the sunshine. We do see those temperatures climb a little bit Friday. We'll get to 51, a chance of a few rain showers. That's all it would be. And even then, I'm not that impressed with our rain chances, to be honest with you. Somebody could see a little light rain. Colder air returns for the weekend, 40 on Saturday with sunshine. We do have a weather impact alert for Sunday. That's because Saturday night into Sunday morning, temperatures drop to 19 degrees. Wind chills likely in the single digits. So that's going to pose an impact to people, pets, pipes especially. Want to make sure you're dripping your faucets Saturday night and Sunday morning. We'll stay sunny on Sunday, but I don't think we get above 32 degrees. It's going to be cold all day, and then we'll stay cold next week. We'll be sunny, at least for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Temperatures around 40 to start the week. We'll get to 47 on Wednesday. Low temperatures in the 20s for the next several days into next week. It does look like maybe by next Thursday or Friday, so about a week from now, we'll see temperatures climb again, and that could come with a slightly better chance of some rain. But again, no snow in the forecast at all. If you're following a Facebook page that's telling you it's going to snow, might want to consider another source for your weather information, because we are just not expecting any accumulating major snow in the forecast for Memphis anytime soon. Still plenty of winter to go, though, so if you are hoping for snow, we've got a couple of more months. You can keep hoping. We'll let you know if anything does pop up in the forecast. For now, just plan for the cold. Seems like that'll be the biggest story. For now, though, I'm Chief Meteorologist Trevor Birchett. Thanks for joining us here on ABC 24 Plus.